Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on where I explain stock trading. So now today I have a very special one for you, and without further ado, let's just get right into it. So let me just quickly explain this with an example, alright? So pretend for a second that this thing over here is a stock, alright? And we are on the stock website, okay? So basically it works like this. You can choose to buy stocks, right, at any price that may be available on the website itself. I think that's more or less up to you. You can sort of choose to like put 1 cent, 1 ringgit, or whatever the hell you want, right? Like this. Or you can just put like 1,000 if you want to, right? But that doesn't really make sense. Normally when it comes to buying stocks, right, they'll show you like what's the market price right now. See, you can look at this right here. The market value of this stock, hypothetically, will be 3 ringgit and 71 cents. So of course, it's not exactly like this, right? But this is more or less the concept. So here's what here's what I want you guys to sort of take away from this video, right? Let me just explain that real quick. So right now, in my possession, right, I have a few of said stocks inside my inventory. So you see these, let's just pretend like these are, since we're going on the hypothetical basis that this is a stock, right? Let's say, I own quite a bit of these, alright? And so if I hold a stock, I can also choose to sell it, and at whatever price I want to put. Over here, let's say I don't want to sell the market price because the market price is 3 ringgit 71 cents. But let's say I want to sell it for 100 ringgit. Why not? And I just put it up for sale and it's on the market now. So, more or less what has just happened, right, is essentially now this thing over here has my stock in it because now it's in the market. I put it for sale for 100 ringgit in the market, and it's in over here where it says, oh, there's like 3 ringgit to 74 cents or more, and it's all available for sale. That's how many, you can see over here the quantity, right? This is how many is available for sale, But in the case of shares, it's very much more fixed because, right, unlike game items in this hypothetical example, shares, they are already fixed in number, and you know for sure how many there are, So like, you can say that for one of those things I mentioned earlier as a measure to like sort of calculate the share cap of the company itself, you more or less want to take market value and multiply that by the total quantity of shares. That's how you can more or less get it. Okay, but right now I don't want you to hyper focus on the pricing over here, right? Because with the way shares work is slightly different. It's a little bit more stable and doesn't deviate too much, where you can sell for like, oh, this 3 ringgit thing I want to sell for 100 ringgit. No one's gonna buy it. Like I'm just saying, right, they don't deviate too much in real life because people who are doing this share stuff, they're not trolling, unlike me, because right now I'm definitely trolling. All right, so yeah, it won't deviate too much. You'll take the market value, multiply that by the total number of shares, you get share cap. So let me explain real quick and explain why I use this example in the first place. And so here it is. This thing over here that you're seeing, right, is the price, the market value, like the market value of every day that has passed right now for the last month. Okay, and this is exactly how shares work too. All right, so let me just quickly open this up. All right, I don't know if you can see this right now. I hope the video catches it. But if you're looking at this right now, Axis REIT's KLSE, you can see that at one point when they first released the shares, at 11th May 2006, it was only 86 ringgit a share. I mean, no, 86 cents a share. Sorry, I'm trolling. But now it's all the way at 190. And this shows the graph of like all time since 2006. And over here, the concept is the same, except that when this item first released, it was 44 ringgit, and now it's like much less. It even dipped down to like cents, and like yeah, now it's like finally coming back up. Let me explain what I want you to do in the context of our assignment, right? So if you can look at this, I hope you can see this, because I'm not too sure if it records it properly, right? But like, you should be able to have a look at all of these little icons down here, like PE ratio, market cap, and like all the trends in the graph, right? And so what I really want you guys to do, right, is to take note of every increase and dip, like, because let me explain this hypothetical example, because I don't know what's happening over here. That's for you guys to find out. Fun. So here, let me explain why this starts over here at 44 ringgit. It dipped all the way down, to like 1 ringgit something, and went to like what, 20 cents, 10 cents. Let me explain. Alright, so normally at least, right, when it comes to game items, unlike stocks, right, these things are very high in demand at the start. So that's why the demand is, it was sold at the highest of 44 ringgit upon release here, right here. You know, December 6th of I don't know when. So yeah, you fast forward, right, and the price drops because eventually more of these items are released. You know, supply and demand, right? There's a lot more supply. You know, like people can afford to sell it at less because it's less valuable, it's less rare, blah yada yada yada. You know, the price continues to drop. You know, because this item can easily be found. So right, this keeps going on and on and on, right, until the value of the case, right, is literally like what, 10 cents, you know, around here. And let me explain to what's over here, you know, because everything here is fairly constant, nothing really changes, you know, these are just random fluctuations in the market. And this is not, I don't want you guys to explain it like this when it comes to the stocks, because there's a good reason for everything, and that's what you guys need to find out. So let me explain what's happening over here. You see, because me personally, I invested in these cases when they were at 10 cents, you know, like somewhere last year, anticipating that eventually, right, when they stop releasing cases, this specific case over here, like this case will become more rarer and rarer with time, you know, and then the value will increase by default because it's more scarce, you know, there's less of it around and blah blah blah. I'll make money. And so right, you can see in my account over here, there's 400 ringgit, right? This is only after selling half my inventory, which I purchased for 60 ringgit, because the value has skyrocketed over here by over times 10,000, by over times 1,000. So right, it's been kind of crazy, honestly, you know, like, cause recently over here, what's happened as to like why it jumped from like cents to all the way to like 5 ringgit at peak right now, right, and rising, you know, is that because of the new game CS:GO 2 being released, right? There's been a lot of hype around CS:GO items as an investment item, you know. So people have been buying this stuff up in anticipation, right? And so this has been increasing the demand artificially. That's why like the price has been increased from 10 cents all the way to 5 ringgit right now, you know? And so yeah, it's pretty much profit because you can carry these items over to the next game. Why does this relate to stocks, you may ask? Because of a simple reason. Over here, right, you need to be, what I'm trying to teach you guys right now, right, is to be able to explain the concept as to why things would decrease and why things would increase, you know? And like why things may flatline. Because game items, let me just explain, right? This will not apply to stocks. All right, you guys will have to figure that one out for yourselves. But at least for game items, right? Because it's all online, you know, it's fairly stable, right? Like this stuff did not fluctuate a lot because this is just an online item. You know, these aren't real like